Hello and welcome back to the World of Darkness, the agency. So we find ourselves towards the end of the working day. Lucas has gone home, or has left the building at any rate.
With a tracker in his pocket.
Yeah. For whatever reason, we can't say whether he's hunting something, escaping, or just as a dentist appointment. Who knows?
It's not appendicitis.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something that I was going to speak to Joe about after speaking to you about. If Chip can make some kind of like Faraday cage for entities inspired by that last place we were in the cube, might put a bedroll in there and let Lucas finally have a sleep. Because Chip thinks, maybe then he'll be nice at last.
That is lost.
Ryan knows that. Chip still has the vain hope.
I drove cross country with him. He is not a nice person. He is useful person when you need something killed, but he is not a nice person.
You know, I've met a few people that are useful but not nice.
Yeah.
So between missions, I'm going to focus in on Chip for a little second. What sort of things might you get up to within the agency building if you're not on a mission?
Well, it depends on what Chip is feeling like at that point. There are probably a number of half-finished projects just dotted around his workshop. But normally he'd be wasting the budget, probably. I imagine that they've got a certain amount of budget that they allocate to R&D, and a large chunk of that just goes to Chip to fuck around with shit, because sometimes he'll come up with something really good. But also, doing this allows them to know that he's being kept out of trouble and not getting involved in anything really stupid.
Nice.
Because they don't always know everything that he's working on down there, because it's an organised chaos. He knows where everything is. Anyone else would go in there and go, it looks like a bomb's gone off. It might have done, but it would be completely irrespective of the mess that's around. So yeah, he'd probably, in between missions, just be in his workshop, tinkering with one project or another, or doing some research or something. And also just eating a lot of jam on toast.
Cool. Simon, what sort of things might you get up to if you're in between missions?
The whole point of Simon doing missions is because he wants to get further up in the agency. This is that he needed that field assessment, fieldwork stamp on his paperwork, on his promotion case. So he will be filing paperwork. He will be maybe doing a bit of espionage against fellow rivals who also want the promotion. But yeah, lots of admin and bureaucracy type stuff.
Okay, cool. And then Riddle, what sort of things might you get up to?
So I think Riddle is in some ways he's on house arrest. He while he's at the agency, they let him go home, but they keep an eye on him because of the stuff that he got up to beforehand. So while he's at the agency, he knows he's constantly being watched. He might be like a dog's body for somebody else, like somebody to do like, I need this person hacked into, I need this person hacked into, we need you to erase this information, blah, blah, blah. He's kind of doing, while he's not doing field work, he's doing other administrative tasks or deleting information, some of which he is squirreling away into a thumb drive of his own design. And he's also keeping an eye on other persons of interests who may or may not have been causing trouble, like, and are doing his own little personal projects, like looking into the doctor and other people.
Okay, cool. Firstly, can I have an open perception check from everybody, because you will all obtain something regardless of how you roll. However, how successful you roll
Okay, I've got to remember how this works. So 5 dice.
We explode on a 10, right?
on a 10, yes. So it counts as a success, and you roll that dice again,
What is
and that can happen an infinite number of times.
Is it just 9 and 10 as successes?
No, 8, 9, and
8
10.
and 10. So, one success.
One success. Okay.
Checking. No, that's. I was checking to see if the merit Eye for the Strange would apply here, but I don't think it does because it's specifically about investigating with intelligence plus composure.
Yeah. No. This is. Yeah.
I rolled that.
There's-
Oh, 0 successes on 5 dice.
0 successes. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you don't. Nothing.
No, put these dice away.
There's-
Other ones.
Go for it. Yeah, there's nothing specifically supernatural at this immediate stage, which is partly why it's an open.
Why are you rolling 1 dice? That's weird. Okay, I just need to find out what rote is.
Um,
I can't remember what it does because I've got it for perception checks.
So, I mean, if you go into your character sheet within Foundry, there is a perception check,
Yeah,
and you can click that, and I will tell you what your result is if it does it secretly.
perception check. 10 again. Rote action. Execute. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I would have gotten 1 success
Oh.
there, but it's also easy to read.
What is it doing?
I can just see lots of question
Okay.
marks on the dice.
Okay.
What? How many dice did it roll?
Because it exploded. It rolled 5, but it exploded twice from what I could see.
Okay.
So yeah, that is a 3 successes for yourself.
Okay.
So there is a level of good fortune that occurs here, given that I've rolled in the 90th percent roll on chance. So within
All Foundry is struggling.
is it?
Yeah, it doesn't like those dice.
Oh.
If you clear them, they'll go away.
How do I clear them?
Just click anywhere. Should clear them out. Maybe I need to do it. Or maybe they clear on their own after a certain amount of time.
I think they're meant to clear on their own after a certain amount of time, but because it's struggling,
Yeah.
they're not.
And it's yeah, alas, I can't look into that. I mean, what I can do is I will try and move us on to the next, because we're onto the teaser page. Oh no, that has.
That's
So interestingly, it's worked on my screen. So I think it could just be your
Connection to the server.
your
do
tablet.
an F. Ooh, there it goes.
It's just too busy dealing with the dice.
Yeah, it doesn't like
Yeah.
it. So I'll
because
not do that
I've
again.
got 2 Foundry windows open at the same time
Ah,
as well.
okay. So, oh yeah, because your character sheet's on there. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have no tokens in this.
Oh, I forgot that bit.
It is very easy to do.
Yeah. That's not it. Figure, rating, vision. So if I untick that one,
Oh, there you go.
does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. It's literally just the splash screen. So there is. Wow, those dice are really stuck on that screen.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can disable the 3D dice for
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
my particular 2.
go for it. Do you want me to pause while you try and fix that?
As long as you don't call me for anything, you can keep going.
Okay. So you all happen to be walking past Chip's workshop. And so all that Chip can hear is kind of the slight clanking of metal, or like jingling of coins, or something metallic is rubbing together. Those who have received slightly better perception check, that's definitely a lot of metallic objects that are there's a natural movement to them, so it's as if someone is wearing like they've got coins in their pocket, or like keys or something, and they're running or they're moving about, and you can hear it kind of clinking together as they move. And Riddle, who got the best perception, kind of really narrows in, and in one of the corners, it's coming from within Chip's workshop, and you can hear kind of mutterings. It's a little bit too quiet over the noise of whatever Chip is doing, and over the noise of like the clanking of this metal. But you can hear a creature, and it appears to be talking English as far as you can tell, although you can't make out the specific words.
But it's not coming from Chip himself.
It's not coming from Chip, no. Chip is at one corner of the workshop, and the noise is coming from another.
Right.
So
I've probably got a power sander out on something. So.
Yeah. The most that you're aware of, even though you fail your perception, like this is your workshop, so you are now aware that there is now a new noise coming. Although, what you decide to do with that information is entirely up to the three
I
of you.
immediately power down and start looking for it, because an unexpected noise in a workshop is not a good thing.
Something's going to explode.
Maybe.
That's reasonable. As you power down,
So Chip,
you can see both.
so Riddle will go. Chip, do you have a recording of somebody in the corner of your room? I can hear like English. I think I can't hear what they're saying.
No, the only thing I can think of is the video camera.
Something on the video camera.
But that tape's not plugged in at the moment.
The thing, the tape playing while it's not plugged in is kind of par for the course where we are. If you understand me.
That's true.
Maybe we should check it out.
Okay.
What's the What's the lighting situation in here?
Unless Chip disagrees, I would say it's workshop lighting, so it's reasonably well lit. Workshops are inherently a dangerous place if left dark, so it's quite well illuminated.
There's also hazard tape on the floors.
Yeah.
Denoting walkways.
But there are like a series of benches that will obstruct your view, so you can look around and you can hear something is the other side of one of the workbenches.
It's not like there's a shadowy corner. It's more that it's just stuff in the way.
Yeah.
You hear whispering or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's in the corner.
Right.
You know what's really nice about him not being here? It's not we're not immediately pulling out weapons.
No, I'm gonna. And then I pull out something that looks like a long gun. It's a directional microphone. Assuming I can have a directional microphone.
Why not? I love the idea. I was going to reveal what it was saying anyway, but yeah, I'm 100% on board with the directional microphone. Okay. So you point it in the direction that you can kind of... So you can hear the metal. It's, as I say, it's either coins or keys that are clinking together. And then you can hear... keys, the portal. Where to go?
Those are words I don't like in sequence. In
Out of
general.
character.
I've got.
I've got an inkling. Yeah.
What?
Oh, yes, you don't know.
Oh, you haven't.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is going to be fun.
What is?
We got.
Do you guys have like a look of recognition or something?
No.
As
As players. As
Oh, as
players.
players.
As
Okay.
players, we do.
Okay.
Which
Something
as
Mike has done
Witchlight
before.
players.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be some bullshit.
Okay.
But in characters, like,
That sounds like a thing we should
Sounds
probably
like a
lock.
thief.
A thief or something we should lock down quickly before it does something horrible.
yeah,
The last portal I went through did not end well. Was a chat incident? Were you briefed on that?
yes, I did hear the, I did hear
The debrief.
the
yes.
logs, yeah.
Fair enough. Let's go find it.
But the last portal I went through, went into like what looked like a subway station.
I'm getting my gun. And yeah, Riddle will take.
I'll get my Iron Man armor, and he just looks over, and you just see, ka-dunk! I'm not going to get in that.
It's good because that would not have worked.
It's actually like a Five Nights at Freddy's situation where it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, Riddle will take his good peek around the corner looking for wherever this thing is. He's looking low because he thinks it's based on the voice. He thinks it must be small and hiding underneath one of the benches. So he's kind of doing like a look underneath and slide.
Chip's also going to get a gun.
Cool.
Is there a bladed weapon in here somewhere?
Yes, there's. No. Yes.
Why don't you have cameras in here, by the way?
There was an incident, and they all broke simultaneously.
You're assuming he wants the things here to be known by others.
I would assume that the agency would want to know what he's doing in here.
Those are different cameras.
Those are different cameras, right?
No, yeah, I accidentally set off an EMP in here last week.
So,
Here you go, a sword.
as you approach around the corner, you can see there isn't quite a word to describe it within the world of darkness, but you are seeing a goblin type creature.
Yeah. I'm going to say that you've got a replica Excalibur.
Oh!
So this creature seems frantic. It's wearing clothes made entirely of keys. It has a belt with just hundreds of keys attached to it. It holds a cane that has a series of locks and keys, and this creature seems to be going through each of them individually, turning something that appears to be just thin air.
All right. Excuse me?
Yeah. Jinkle jangle. You want key? And it offers you up a key.
Looks at the key. Is it just like a brass key?
Yeah.
I don't think I want a key. I want to know what you're doing here.
Oh, Jinkle jangle looking for exit. And then you can hear it click. And it goes, Jinkle jangle has found it. And the thin air then opens into what appears to be a darkish room, but there are spotlights everywhere. And Jingle Jangle, as this creature has identified, will step through. The moment that he does, alarms start to blare through the facility, and it comes over, warning, intruder detected within the archives. All personnel report to battle stations. Would you like to follow him in?
I think the first thought in Riddle's head is this is one of the few areas he can't get into via hacking, and he's like, that's where they are. Looks at you and goes, "We've got to follow him, don't we?"
Of course.
Just runs after him.
I am going to. Can I just grab one random thing? I'll let you pick what I grab. Just something that I think might be useful.
Okay. Do you like highs or lows?
I like highs.
You have half a circular saw blade.
Just Chip's just like, I need my stuff. I just. Ah!
Yeah. It was a 1 on the dice. So, yeah. Okay. So
Use that as a bladed weapon.
There you go.
So, as you enter through, the doorway behind you then seals shut. And you are inside part of the agency's archive. There are, in the immediate room, there are a series of artifacts all held up on pedestals that are all illuminated with singular spotlights. Towards the far end, which you can hear the clinking, that's the direction it's moving in. There is another area that just says holding cages. Now,
is it headed to the holding cages?
that is exactly where it's going. However, before we proceed any further, you each have a piece of paper. You may now look at the paper. Do not reveal the information or the number on it. This is your knowledge of X number of artifacts / people within the archive for the reasons written down. So at any point you can say, now I know about this one, and use up one of those uses. I will allow you to spend them as you wish. You also have varying numbers. In addition, if you think there is a reason, like another reason why you might know about an extra, basically if you get another freebie effectively, you can make a case at any point and say, oh actually I deserve an additional knowledge for XYZ. So does that make sense?
I think so.
Cool.
So the big number equal the number of ticks on the little ones, and
so so the big number is your total, and then there will be pluses next to it, and and the number of pluses will be how many it contributed towards the total number.
Right.
But we use one of these to say, hey, by the way, I know about
Yes.
this.
So so while there are multiple artifacts, the ones that you can immediately see in front of you are, hold on, you can see a pair of glasses. Hold on. Let me. You can see a. Hold on, sorry. There we go. There is a bottle of super glue.
Yes.
There is.
More cursed mundane items, please.
So there is a golden square with the engravings on it as shown there. And it's in its own, I'm trying to think, own cubicle, which is kind of sealed with glass.
So the other ones are just kind of like sitting on plinths, like on their own, but this one is like in glass.
Is a singular light bulb.
Is it on as in the picture?
Yes.
Is it
But not
actually
connected,
plugged
just
into
nothing.
No, it is just hanging.
In nothing.
Just hanging there.
Spoilers.
So
for clarity, we could point at one of these things and say my character would know about this.
correct.
Yeah.
I will also tell you now for free, as we are at the beginning of this, that along this bit there are more objects that you can see, and Jingle Jangle is making his way down there towards an area that is then says holding cages.
Yep. So I think. Go ahead.
But before I look at anything, how how rare is it for anyone to be in here? Is it as long as you get your sign off by Bob, upper manager, you can come in, or is this like, no, you need to have a special reason to be in this place?
So this area, you would require special sign off. You'd generally the research team have access along with the cataloguing team. So some of these might be booked out. Anything that's contained within its own cubicle, you could infer perhaps requires additional protections. Those that are just left out perhaps might be less deadly, but you also know that the agency's health and safety record isn't spotless.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So,
as an example, would we have found the cubes that we've used as one of these?
yes, I will.
Is that the cube we use?
No.
Okay.
No. I have when we do the cube adventures, the splash screen for the cube is shown,
Right.
which I will attempt to find in here because I
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, that is not a cube. It's a square tile,
Okay.
and it is like almost bright gold.
Is Jingle Jangle running, or is he just walking forward?
Skipping merrily.
Yeah, he is running, but he's also a goblin, so he's not running at human speed.
Right.
He's running at about half that, and he's kind of darting in and out.
And just kind of watching.
Yeah,
looking
you
at the
can
things
see
and,
one of the pedestals start to wobble as he bumps into it.
I will dive for whatever's about to fall off that pedestal.
Okay.
And Riddle just kind of shout, "You need to stop now, Jingle Jangle. I've got some keys in my pocket."
I like that. So, okay. So this is all happening simultaneously. So, firstly, the thing that you have, because it was going to fall, so well done. So this is what you have. I have to click the show player button. There we go.
Ooh.
So it is a wooden box that appears. It's relatively shallow, but you notice that there are hinges at both ends, so it can be opened up.
I feel like,
Is
sure,
this Jumanji?
this is the thing Riddle knows about. Maybe when he was doing his hacking thing, this is the one thing he found out about.
Okay.
I like the idea that he knows what it is as it's about to fall and sees you dive for it, and then the reaction will depend on what it is and go. And it might be, "Oh shit, don't touch that."
Or it might be, "Oh, thank God you caught it."
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, so, so a rectangular square box that can unfold and begin to terraform the environment into a similar habitat of the Amazon jungle.
Here's a friggin' Jumanji box.
I have added that the write-up report was then leaked to Hollywood directors and believed to be the inspiration for the film Jumanji.
Right.
Under no circumstances should the box be open, lest you wish to encounter poisonous plants, charging rhinos, and giant trees appearing within minutes of it being opened.
So I see the box go through the air. I see you go to dive, and I'm like, "I hope he catches that."
Okay. So Jingle Jangle has the key that opens the outer section of the holding cells. And as he turns, he clicks it so it's open, it's unlocked, but he doesn't open it. And he goes, "Keys? Show
I have some keys.
Show
And
Jingle
you have
Jangle
to,
keys."
You come over here next to me, and I will show you my keys. They are nice keys. Some of them
All
are from.
keys are nice.
Some
You
of them,
say some keys not nice?
no, some keys are nicer. It's a scale.
It is scale. I have nice keys. I have all the keys. But you have keys. So Jingle Jangle not have all the keys.
There are yes. I don't think there are an infinite amount of keys, but there are a lot of keys.
I have all the keys. Except you have the keys. So Jingle Jangle doesn't have all the keys.
Like, looks over you, tackles him.
Show Jingle Jangle keys.
You will come closer and I will show you keys, because you can. Some of them are quite small and you will not be able to see them from that distance.
Can I please have... can I please have either manipulation or presence? So it's a social role.
Yep.
And then you can go either possibly persuasion, although I also like empathy. I don't know if that quite applies here, but I'm willing to let it slide.
Okay, we'll go manipulation, empathy.
Okay, cool.
Nine is success, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's one success.
Okay. So Jingle Jangle will take his hand off of the key that is in that.
Right.
That is in the lock, but he will not approach you. He will stand in. Show me keys.
Show you. Can I come closer to you then?
Of course.
Okay, so I will start going closer to him,
Mm-hmm.
and I have my hand in my pocket, and I'm not taking, because I got my car keys in my pocket, along with some storage locker stuff as well, some really weird ones. And yeah, he'll get closer to Jingle Jangle, hoping somebody else will do something while Jingle Jangle's distracted.
Well, was I successful in catching the box?
You have caught the box. Given that I didn't announce that it was about to fall, I'm not going to make you roll for it because you've already preempted the fact that it's falling.
Okay.
If I had said it then starts to fall and you died for it, I would then make a roll because we're then cutting it close on time.
So when I'm walking by, because he would have jumped ahead of me, so I walk by, make sure that box doesn't open, it would be very bad.
Okay, we got to pop.
So
it back
Riddle is slowly approaching Jingle Jangle. Simon, what are you up to?
A couple of things. Number one, if I look as we come through, I look behind us. What is open? Is it just a hole in air? Have we come through a door on this side?
No, so it is literally a hole in the air. But as you've all stepped through, after a couple of seconds, it then snaps shut. You are relatively near the entrance of the archives, though. You can kind of see, big security doors that are currently closed, although there is now a red light flashing above it. I would say that you know that. I reckon you've probably been to the archives before. And so, you know that this is the entrance, but there is a very, very long corridor as part of the isolation protection process. So, you are, firstly, quite far underground, and the corridor to reach here is at least a 10-minute run to get across. It's incredibly long because of the levels of protections and separations. They don't want anything in here getting out. So, you will be on your own for at least a portion of time. So,
is the holding cells at the end of this long corridor, or is it kind of like a side?
It would be. No, I think it's literally directly opposite where the entrance/exit is. So, because this is kind of like a showcase of things that they've got on, there are then side rooms that have others, but they all have locked doors and strict no entry things. So this is kind of like a lower grade of artifacts that then lead straight to the holding cells. It's
Okay. So you're kind of trying to persuade him to come forward.
I'm trying to deliberately, either persuade him or distract him, and deliberately putting myself in between you and him so that his vision of you is blocked by my frame as much as it can be. Riddle's wire thin.
Do I sneak? Yeah, I guess because he's distracted by you and also falling box.
Yeah.
I think this is the right time to try and sneak, like going pedestal to pedestal behind and trying to get to the other side. So I'm between him and the holding cell door.
Okay, cool, perfect. Can I please have a Dex stealth roll, please?
That is 1 success.
Okay, he needs his perception. I'm just going to roll it in the secret thing. Okay, he does not notice you.
Whew.
And once I'm on the other side, if he doesn't notice me, can I just go and... Has he left the key in there?
Yeah, the door is unlocked, and the key is just sat in there.
Can I lock it back up and take the key? And
Yeah.
is it a... It's not an agency key, right?
No. It's weird because
I imagine this is like electronic key carded rather than physical keys.
yeah, it's an electronic keypad. There shouldn't be a lock there. A key should not be able to open that door. So
As I remove the key, there's the lock.
the lock then closes shut.
Pocket that.
That's entirely fine.
So from my angle, I can see him do this and
Yes.
go, and then once I'm close enough, like, yeah, here's my keys. Look, see, very nice keys. I've got car key. I've got a storage locker key. I've got a bus terminal key. These ones are very weird, aren't they? Look, they got the little round
Jingle
bits.
jangle trade keys?
I got a bump key.
What is a bump key?
I look at my keys and go, well, I could lose this bus terminal one I don't use anymore. I'll trade you a bus terminal key.
Yeah. And he will hand you a key, and he will take your bus terminal key, and he will clip it onto his
Cool.
his little outfit. Yeah. Jingle jangle thanks you.
Thank you. What does this key open?
Jingle jangle does not know.
All right. I put it on my keyring and...
Jingle jangle has not
No,
tried
I
them
don't
all.
put it on my keyring. That's fucking stupid. I put it in... Alright, I'll hold on to that one. The keys, my regular keys go back in my pocket, and I hold on to the other key, and I need to figure out what to do later.
No.
Put it
You
on
use it
the-
as a keychain for the keyblade I got in the workshop.
Right. Well, Jingle Jangle, it has been very nice to meet you. I don't think... If you're looking for the exit, I think it's back the other way, though. If you want to get out of here.
No. Jingle jangle needs to speak to someone. They say they have more keys for Jingle jangle. And he will turn back to the locked door, pull another key off his pocket, put it into the...
I'm still standing by that. I haven't moved away from the door.
So he goes to put it into the...
I'm not doing things, so...
Ah, wrong key. You want key?
Sure, I'll take that key.
We're friends with Jingle jangle.
Yes, we're friends with... Who
Who
do
do
you...
you speak to?
Jeremy. He says he has more keys.
Who is Jeremy?
Riddle searches his memory for anyone who's ever come up in the archive, in any of the things that he's like researched. Jeremy.
You will have no knowledge unless you're going to use one of your things.
No, I don't think.
No, that's fine. Jingle jangle does not know. That is why Jingle jangle is meeting Jeremy.
How?
If Jeremy's in there, then that means that Jeremy did something naughty and should not be approached. Instead of him giving you keys, why don't I make you some new keys?
But Jingle jangle wants all the keys, except the ones he gives as gifts. People may keep them.
Are there bad keys?
No, there is no bad key.
If I made a key out of a sword and it hurt you, that's a bad key, right?
No, Key loves Jingle jangle. That sharp key. and
Ouch key?
And Jingle jangle will pull a leather pouch, and there's a few bloody keys.
Whoa!
Yeah, they go on this key ring. Gently back into the pouch, seal it, and attach.
That's a cursed patch right there.
My assessment is changing rapidly. I'm not going to kid you here. Jingle Jangle. How did Jeremy contact you? Because if he's in there, he shouldn't be able to do that.
No. Jingle Jangle met Jeremy in the swampy place.
Right?
And he says that I should find him and he will give me more keys. That was many years ago.
Alright.
For I was also stuck in Forest Place.
Alright.
And I have now got out to find Jeremy.
Right. Okay.
He goes, I have map, and he will pull out, and it's literally just drawings of keys.
Look at this. Like, that is a very fine map, Jingle Jangle. Very good.
How do you know that he's not lying to you about having keys?
Many people lie to Jingle Jangle about keys. That is risk Jingle Jangle will take.
I haven't lied to you about having keys. I've given you keys.
And I have given you keys. We are friends. We go together to see Jeremy.
Let's.
All right.
Because we at least we get to meet Jeremy too and find out how he is.
The eye Riddle gives you is, you want to meet Jeremy? Things named normal names are weird.
Okay.
Quick question before we go.
Yes.
I want to spend some of these.
I'm going to spend one of these.
But just before you do, so before we move on, because you've moved to the next.
Oh, there's more stuff.
Oh, there's way more stuff.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah.
So,
I might have that.
Spoiled for choice.
I know, right?
So there is so there are several cubes that contain these things. Here is one. It is an
No.
Mirrors are always bad news.
it is an old standing mirror.
That can get in the bin. Ironically, the next one's actually a bin.
This one is just on a pedestal.
Okay, is that a ring?
Yep. With a
Size for a
with
human
hieroglyphics on it.
finger? Mike?
Say again,
Is
sorry?
it sized for a human finger?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, it's not just like a huge ring.
No. That's just.
It's a neck ring.
Like this one is in its own cubicle.
Okay.
For want of a better
Want to go
word.
to space fight?
There's no way.
Internet!
There's no way Riddle would not have found this. Under no circumstances, he would not have found this. There's just no way.
Are you going to spend your
Yeah,
thing on
no,
that?
I will accept that actually. Yes, as a bonus one, given
Cool.
its context. Yes, okay. Hold on.
So what is this thing? It's like,
I'm telling you, that's the internet.
No, DM, stop what you're doing. You are telling me about
this
right
one
this
specifically. Is it the internet?
No, it is not.
Ah, I thought you were doing a full IT crowd bit.
No.
And yeah, that's obviously the one ring.
So this device has the ability to rewire and convert any electrical network that it is attached to. It will then convert that into some kind of little mechanical robot that it will then use to self-replicate over and over and over.
It's a
again.
Grey Goo button. It's a Grey Goo button.
Yeah.
Cool. Like Riddle sees that and goes, I thought that thing was a rumor. It's like he makes sure he goes up to that one. I'm just going to check to see this thing is air gapped properly. Yep, no wires, nothing electronic. I think that's a vacuum chamber inside there. Good. That's That I feel better about what's in there right now. That is horribly bad.
I assume we shouldn't go anywhere near
No,
phones or anything.
not phones, pagers.
Under no circumstances should any electrical device be brought anywhere close to this thing.
Yeah.
I'll stay back here with all my wearable tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a pacemaker? I'd avoid that as well.
No, I've got these. I've got the Google Glass things.
Yeah.
I'm making my own.
I wouldn't bring those unless you want your face turned.
I'm staying away.
Good. That's wise.
Could I argue that I know about the glue because it, if it has practical purposes that could potentially be used, would Chip have been consulted about it?
No. And there is a very specific reason for that.
In that case, I'm going to spend one of mine to find out about the glue.
Okay. Okay, so the bottle of super glue, while it appears to be an average piece of super glue, the contents of which, once it comes into contact with the surface, it will never come unstuck.
Sovereign glue.
Effectively. The only thing it doesn't seem to be able to stick to is the bottle itself. So the lid will never get jammed up.
Oh god, that's so useful.
Yes, but they would never trust Chip with it.
Oh no, that's true. Yes, 100%.
That is the reason why. So, yes, it does have practical purposes.
No, Chip.
Does it also
Chip does have a certain level of respectability to him. I'm sure he could totally be trusted with something like this.
That glue is ending up stuck to something else, or your hand is being stuck to something forever. That is what is occurring.
The other reason that it's not been widely used is because this has been here for about 20-ish years. They have found that when they were experimenting it, after about 10 years, it started to dissolve the thing it was attached to.
Ooh.
Which is now in a... because you've used the thing, you'll get the full information. It is now at a separate containment facility because they don't know if it will ever stop dissolving.
Oh, and
the thing it was used on.
Yes.
Oh, and they're worried it's going to actually break the atoms down and,
Yeah.
then explode.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do I know what it was used on?
So it was originally discovered. It was originally discovered at a flea market, and unfortunately, someone glued. They spilt some glue, and their pet ran over it, and it got stuck to the floor. So they had Section 31 were then called in, who then delivered it to that. With the note with regards to the animal, he was sedated, and then they basically sanded it up to the glue. So, like, they cut them, like, because he was stuck on the floor, they cut the floor out, sanded the floor down. So he now walks
Concrete hooves, effectively.
Yes. So.
Jeez.
But then after 10 years, the pet started dissolving.
The pet passed away before that, but is at a containment facility. Because it does appear to also be breaking down biological tissue.
Can I spend one and find out about the light bulb?
Oh, yes.
This gives me real control vibes, that one. This whole thing's going to be...
It's like, I worry that I'll end the session with like at least 1 point. I want to spend them.
Well, you're allowed to spend retroactively if you get to the end of the session.
If you get to the end of the session, you can spend any remaining points for things that... So, yeah. Right. So, hold on. Where are my notes for the light bulb? So... so you are fine while the light bulb is on. It has been placed in this section, although debate is underway as to whether it is a sentient creature or just something of pure instinct. If the light bulb is switched off, anything within the enveloped darkness, which is literally a 1 meter cube, regardless of any other light sources, if that light bulb goes off, a 1 meter cube of darkness is then formed, and then everything within it is consumed by an unknown force. Reports from one of the scouting team reported that it was incredibly painful, judged from the screams of agony, that they were immediately rendered immobile. This is presumed as they didn't step back out of the cube. And there was a small pile of dust left at the end containing organic matter, mostly human.
So is there like a little pull cord or something next to it?
Yes, that is not included in the picture.
Holy shit. That goes nowhere.
There is a little pull cord. However, the pull cord does not appear to work. If you step in there, they presume it works in a similar fashion to either a Venus flytrap or
so it's not when you turn it off, it's when it chooses to.
Yes, or like an angelfish. The light draws you in, you get too close, it'll go out, and then something consumes you. Attempts to observe what that thing is has been unsuccessful because they've set up a whole bunch of cameras. It appears to be impenetrable. It seems to only consume organic matter. It doesn't necessarily have to be living, although it seems to show a preference for living organic matter. Inorganic matter is not consumed. Is not consumed if that's the only thing put in. But if someone goes in wearing clothes, the clothes will be consumed. But if you just toss a shirt in there, nothing will happen.
Picky eater. So Riddle knows about a couple of things in here. He already knows, like based on the things that he knows about, everything in here is of equal levels of danger, things.
Oh, no.
A clock with a button. Fuck that.
This was the last thing. Sorry, I'll let you finish and then I will explain what that thing is.
Everything in here is of equal levels of danger, so he's just kind of going, right, I know that we need to contain these things, but my god, we should probably destroy some of them. Or at least send them into deep space.
There's something that lets you do that.
There's also...
or they haven't done it for other things, yeah.
There are notes with regards to the light bulb. Attempts have been made to smash the light bulb. They've been unsuccessful.
Right.
It has been moved here.
At great personal danger, whoever tried to do that.
Yep. Many people were lost, but it was the only way to contain it because it seemed to be able to move. So it is now contained.
Jesus. I assume the router doesn't move at all.
The router does not move, no.
And neither does the Jumanji box. It needs to be plugged in,
Yeah, the Jumanji box, although legally distinctive, whoever invented that is listening, needs to be opened. Although if left in someone's possession for too long, it will start to cool them and almost charm them into opening it.
Yeah.
Has anyone just tried taping it shut?
The tape dissolves. Not immediately, but it will slowly
Eventually
dissolve.
it dissolves, chains break, it finds its way to new people to open it.
Yep. And the last one that you can immediately see, it is... hold on, there are things.
It's a box with a button and numbers. Jesus.
It's like a freaking bomb.
So, it is, it's a metallic box. There is a countdown timer that reads why am I doing this from memory? I literally have it in front of me. So 297 days, 3 hours, 4 minutes, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7. It's slowly counting down, and there is a singular red button on it. And it is on a pedestal. It is not in its own box.
Could I ask? No, it's two in the moment. I'll need to just remember that so I can figure out what day it's counting down to.
Okay.
Like, is it is it counting down to a date in? Was it May, June?
No. So it would be. I mean, it would be counting down to about November-ish. The problem is this is kind of out of sync so November-ish. They are. There are still some more artifacts off to the side, but you're currently at the entrance to the holding cells with Jingle Jangle.
Yeah, we want to keep an eye on Jingle Jangle while we're.
Yeah.
And looks at the artifacts down the side. Like, no, everything in here is going to kill us if we open it or touch it or go anywhere near
That's why
it.
they're here.
Yeah, but not. There shouldn't be this many world-ending objects in the same place. I feel like that's a recipe for disaster.
Well, I mean, if one goes off, it takes the rest out with them.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, but problem is also then takes out reality, maybe.
Oh, as if one of these won't do that anyway.
I mean, if the Jumanji box and the ruler get off at the same time, I think they might just cancel each other out. Jingle Jangle, you wanted to go see Jeremy, yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's go see Jeremy. We'll have a conversation with Jeremy. Please stay close to us so that we don't get lost on our way to Jeremy. Do you know where Jeremy is? Or do you know what
he points at the map. Yeah.
Alright.
Jingle Jangle will start taking...
Allow me, and I will take the key that I took out.
Yep.
I want to see if it's him that's doing this, or if I have the same key, will it let me open it again?
You have jumped part of the shark there, my friend. Yeah. There is no hole.
So I take it out, I put it to where I took it from,
Yeah.
just clank it into metal.
Clanks into metal.
Your key doesn't work anymore.
Oh, because Jingle Jangle gave you a key. Only Jingle Jangle keys work for this. Try one, doesn't work. Like, each time he goes to put one in, you see a hole appear for the key lock. It doesn't work. Takes another one. He goes through about 4 or 5 keys and then finally click. And
Is it
opens.
only like doorways that you can open, or can you like?
Everything is doorway.
Okay.
I mean, we came here through a wall.
No, mid-air.
Mid-air. Strange thing.
Yeah.
What is doorway?
This.
Ah!
The thing you're trying to open right now.
is a door.
Yes. Ah, okay. Jingle Jangle lock previous door.
The one we came in here.
No. Other door.
What other door?
The thing you describe as doorway. Jingle Jangle locked that one.
Oh,
And
the
he will
one.
point at the
other-
entrance/exit.
So there's no backup.
So we're not getting back up anytime soon. No, until somebody can get in here who knows how this Jingle Jangle creature works and can dispel whatever nonsense he's done to the door.
Jingle Jangle lock himself out, so he find new way in.
You wait.
Through your place.
Yeah.
You lock your. You're the one. Wait. You locked yourself out.
You came from here, went out, and then went...
Yeah.
Oh.
Shit.
Did you come from where Jeremy is, or did you come from somewhere else in here?
Different place.
Different door.
Yeah.
But somewhere in here.
A dark room like this, yes.
This is getting
It's
worse.
pleasant.
This is yes.
Seems harmless.
Mm.
Can we make excuse us a second. Can we make a pact to never tell him about keyless entry? I think he'll lose his mind.
Yes.
No keys.
That sounds like you'd be out
That is a good idea, yes. This creature is exceptionally dangerous. Not on his own, but the danger he can cause.
Do you reckon he could unlock trapped away memories?
I don't know what he can do, and I think we shouldn't be...
You want to let him read around in your head with a...
I've got no locked away memories.
How do you know?
because we tested and I was not pinging.
Oh,
Lucas definitely was,
and I will.
and you were.
I don't want the not to
No,
be rude about the naming conventions here, but the creature named Jingle Jangle doesn't exactly inspire confidence when they're passing around inside your brain.
What if it was Jingle Jangle PhD?
I think I'd be more concerned somehow if whoever asshole gave him a PhD.
That is an excellent note. I retract the suggestion.
Very well.
If you turn around, is he already opening up the door?
Like, oh shit!
If you have turned your backs on him, then yes, he will.
Right. Okay.
Let's
go.
So
Back in a second.
I will pause for that discussion.
God. A creature that can open any door is the most dangerous thing in a place with millions of world-ending objects, some of which are locked behind doors. It's a concern that the Jumanji box wasn't in a locked case. It's like, that's not as dangerous as that shit over there. And the thing is you justified it immediately by, here's the Grey Goo box.
They don't have a particularly good health and safety record, or there might be a reason why it was on a pedestal and not in a container.
I mean, like Riddle would have seen that one is definitely air-gapped, completely isolated from any electronics of any kind, and probably in a vacuum chamber. So, at least there's that. Oh, God. Everything in here is... Actually, the light bulb is the least dangerous thing so far. It's only lethal to a single person. Jesus. The super glue might only be lethal to a single person, but might also be lethal to a very large group of people if it explodes.
It can cause a lot of problems if misused.
Are any of these things alarmed? Like, if I was to pick up the super glue, I'm not going to, but if I was to pick it up, would that set
No,
off it?
the alarms have gone off at the entry to the archive.
Because it detected someone coming in.
Yeah.
But like individual items don't seem to be.
No, not in this section. So
I want that to be understood. This section is not dangerous enough to have individual alarms, but somewhere else might be. Jesus Christ.
you might also presume that some of these were at least recently used for experimentation.
Okay.
As they are closest by the door.
I've thought of what we should try and get Jingle Jangle to unlock. Do you you're trying to get a promotion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you give Jingle Jangle the paperwork to allow him to unlock the door to promotion for you?
Oh, that's silly.
I'm just wondering how metaphysical we can get with this.
So, upon entering... So, there are... At the front, there are a series of... hold on 2 moments, because we've entered another section. Let me just stop all this.
What about the videotape with all those people trapped in it?
Ooh.
Could we unlock a doorway into there to get them
But they're
out?
individual people, so it would only open it for one person.
But Jingle Jangle can open many doors.
Okay.
That's true.
So, there are... Stop guessing when you know the answer.
Relatable content.
When you have your own notes and you write your own lore, you're like, oh, I can just remember this off the top of my head. Why? I wrote it down for a reason.
I literally have the roll table right here.
There are 8 reasonably sized holding cells that you can ascertain. They are sealed off from one another so that there are partitions, so each person cannot see who's next to them, although they can see the person opposite them. You also notice right at the back there are 2 giant vats of water on either side, in which you can see something moving, although you are a reasonable distance off. You will now also need to immediately make I'm trying to remember what the role is here now. I believe it is it's a composure and resolve check against supernatural effects if you gain any benefit from that.
Say again that last bit.
Composure and resolve, so that's social and mental resistance stats against supernatural effects. You may also add willpower as you so choose.
Which adds extra dice. I think
3 dice for each willpower you used.
I'm gonna use
That's avoiding ambush.
This is specifically against the charm.
If something is +2 to rolls, is that 2 more die, or every die gets adds
2 additional dice.
Composure resolve.
How much does willpower add again?
3.
3 dice.
Cool. I'm going to spend 1 point of willpower to add 3 dice because this feels like something I really don't want to fail.
Do I have to declare it before I roll?
If you're adding,
Willpower.
yeah,
4 successes.
4
Yeah,
successes.
that's that one.
Okay.
It's cocked.
Ooh. I've got 3 successes.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay.
2 successes on like 10 die. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, I ended up rolling 10 die dice because it's got 2 explosions.
Oh wait, is that no, that's not correct. So is that a 10 or is that a 0?
Okay, so you've
Well, there isn't a 0 on these dice, just a 10.
I'm using a percentile because I don't have enough.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of percentile ones in here as well for the same
Yeah.
reason.
okay. So on the cage, the first cell on your left, this is what Simon sees.
Well, that's cursed.
Fuck me. I guess Simon sees this, right? Okay.
This is what Riddle and Chip see.
Oh no.
Oh, hold on, no, hold on. I think I've shown the wrong thing. Hold on. This is what you guys see. Should be that.
So
No,
Simon.
ignore the background, but yeah.
So Simon sees the little girl.
Yeah.
We see the scarecrow, the same space.
Yes.
Cool.
But we don't know that Simon is
No.
not seeing a scarecrow.
Right.
No.
Okay.
When he talks, I will use the voice that you guys can perceive. You will hear
The
a
little
small
girl,
child's
yeah.
voice.
Right.
Partly I'm not entering a risky territory of trying to do a small little girl. It ended horribly last time I tried to do a woman's voice. I'm not attempting it again. So,
I think you could do it again. It's just you just gotta practice a little bit. You're
Okay.
fine.
So in the cell, so you will see that there is kind of a bed. There's lighting. There appears to be kind of a plate of some description, and for some reason, by Simon's understanding, there is some straw on the ground.
Right.
Although what you see is it is a creature stuffed with straw and then a kind of like sticks and cloth material, and it kind of moves in a very janky way. On the cage to your right, you all see this. No, has that? No, because I've not clicked. Why is that not showing? Ah, there we go. I clicked the wrong button. See this creature?
Oopsie!
Oopsie. Yeah. Oh, so the scarecrow. Visitors, welcome, welcome. Moopsie.
Just points out Moopsie. Thank you for the introduction. Jingle Jangle, is either of these Jeremy?
No,
Okay.
no.
Do you?
Not Moopsie.
Right.
My character would have watched Lower Decks if it was out.
So,
Would my character recognise the Moopsie?
so in this world, Star Trek Lower Decks doesn't exist. However, I will give you for free. It does exactly what you think it does.
The chip doesn't know that. Unless you want to give it to me for free.
It is a very adorable, fluffy-looking creature. Hold on, no, I've actually written notes on here that hold on. This one I'll give you for free because some of you already know what it is, and I don't think you can use a point on it. So, a snow-white fluffy creature, unbelievably cute and able to vocalise the word Moopsie, where it gets its name. Do not be fooled, however. This creature is incredibly aggressive, able to inject a venom that rapidly liquefies calcium, whereupon it can drink your bones and teeth. Captured by a task force sent to investigate the loss of contact with an Arctic research base. Despite being found in cold climate, Moopsie seems equally at home in cold and moderate temperature climates. No other creatures like this have ever been sighted. How it came into existence is unknown.
So what's the cute little thing over there?
I don't know, but I'm terrified of it.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, seeing something that cute in a place like this just sets my hackles
the
up.
scarecrow thing is horrific.
Oh yeah, that's the kind of thing I expect to see in this kind
Which
of...
one's the scarecrow?
The one over there.
The little girl.
Oh dear.
Will you be my friend?
I'm just going to
Would you-
slap Simon in the face as hard as I
Will
can.
you... Okay. Yeah. Ah. Doesn't work all the time. Come closer.
Nope,
I want to be friends.
I don't. I have enough friends.
I
These two.
don't have enough friends, but at the same time, you are quite scary.
And then from the next cell over, when you hear the word friend, you hear, friends? Guys, did you want a friend? Hi, I'll be your friend. I'm Pal. Hi. Can I be your friend?
This is everything in here is going to try and murder us in horrible ways.
I know.
Honestly, the Moopsie might be the least horrifying thing in here, and I'm still the most terrified of that.
I mean,
And I don't know why, it's just too cute.
there's nothing else in the cell with it. That's always a concern. You know, in the zoo, they have like a bear who's the problem bear, and they put him in a cell by himself. It has that vibes at the moment.
Where's Jingle Jangle?
Yeah, where's Jingle Jangle?
Jingle Jangle is kind of sticking with you, although he's kind of at the front of the. But he hasn't wandered off because I assume that this is all happening in very very short succession.
Yeah.
So if he
We're still moving on with him.
Okay.
Just double checking that he hadn't like zoomed off to Jeremy.
We'll come back to you probably, Mr. What's your name? And points at the scarecrow.
Lucy.
Lucy, is it? Is that actually your name, or are you not going to give it to me?
Come here and I'll tell you my real name.
Don't love
No.
that.
Are there any like warning hazards like tape in front?
For sure.
Like a dream.
Yeah. So there's there is a set of there's like what appears to be glass, although that could be reinforced, and then beyond that there is like steel bars, and there are doors to each bit, and each one has kind of yellow hazard tape that says "Do not approach" without. And then it will cite a particular agency protocol.
Fair.
Yeah.
Who wants to be our friend?
Yeah. Good as well.
As a pal.
Yeah, who's Pal?
Pal. Okay, so hold on. weapon uploaded, pal. Okay, so so as you approach the next set on your left-hand side, there is. Imagine a 6-foot stick figure, except it's so it's literally just a black outline, except it has really brightly sized over the top hands, almost like foam hands, and kind of the same for the feet. And then it appears to be wearing some kind of mascot mask that's just round with like the smile. And it goes, "Hi guys, I'm Pal. Do you want to be my friend?"
Is he like fully 2-dimensional as well? Like fully, like if he turned sideways, I would just boop and wouldn't see him.
Almost, not quite though. You think the black outline is going to be as thin as is possible without entering 2D.
Right.
But the foam hands appear to be as if they were literally
like Mickey Mouse hands.
Yeah.
You're like half a step away from a copyright violation.
You sound just like Walt.
Nope. That's a concern.
That's a problem for
How-
a future riddle.
How old are you? Out of curiosity at this point.
No one's asked my age before. That sounds like something a friend would ask. Are you my friend? And he leans.
Of course he does. I am your acquaintance for now. We need to get to know each other better before we become friends. That's how friends work.
His smile gets wider. He says, "Acquaintance counts as friend.
Oh no.
Hi, friend."
That's a concern. I've done a bad thing. I'll have to figure that out later.
And he's kind of pushed himself up against the glass.
Out of curiosity, pal, can that glass keep you on that side?
That's what they tell me.
I trust somebody research some shit. Right, let's look on the other side. I'll be back later.
I'll be seeing you.
I'm going to have to need extra defenses tonight. Maybe a mimetic would be a good idea.
On the right-hand side, there is a raven in a cage. There is a singular rune on the bottom of the cage, and it caws like a raven. I'm not going to attempt it because...
That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. If this makes some noise, I'd give you a point.
Is the rune on the bottom, is it meant to be the chaos rune?
No.
Okay, because it's pretty close.
Yeah, there are AI limitations.
Yeah.
So,
there's some good ones recently that do like lettering.
Can you all please make me, because can you make me an intelligence academics check, please?
Ooh. Okay, so I just have intelligence, so I take 2 dice away, I think. That's how that works. Ooh. 2 successes.
Nice.
2 successes.
1 success.
Okay, you have all seen that rune before on the compass that you obtained.
Compass.
From last session where...
Why was it there?
In the previous... yes, because I tried to be you for a day and it almost killed me. So, it was basically a giant escape room, but at the end of it there was what I turned out, I accidentally fell into a copyright violation and used the word golden compass. It's not that. It's legally distinct from
legally
that,
distinct,
but
yeah.
it is around, and it has a whole bunch of symbols on it, and a dial, like a needle that will point to it, and there was a letter. I forget exactly what it said, but basically someone had found a way to detect and catalogue the different entities, and he had placed it somewhere where they could never find it.
Right.
Whilst Rich is out of the room, Chip will have probably tried to bring Riddle in on this. Chip is trying to replicate in a way that space that we were in where the entities couldn't find it. He's trying to replicate that in a secret part of his workshop. Like you lift like a whole notice board, just you swing it open, and then there's a narrow walkway or crawl space or something to get through to a room that he has bricked off. He's bricked off the door, so the only way in is through his workshop, through that particular thing, and he's trying to recreate that like a Faraday cage effect for the reality bending Ujma flips.
Fair.
And he's keeping the legally distinct golden compass in there, and he's also trying to replicate that, replicate the effects of that, so that
it can catalog the entities and tell us which ones are what.
Plus, also he can hand it to the agency, because this feels like something the agency would make good use of. Like some of the stuff we find agency should not know about at all. Some of it, this might actually be useful in getting them to help sort stuff out.
Yeah, Riddle's coming to the fast conclusion that everything in here should have been shot into space.
Yeah.
Into the heart of the sun. That feels like a better place for most of this shit.
If you put that into the sun and then it ate the sun.
It only ate like a small amount of the sun.
A bit at a time.
Yeah. It can't move very fast, so, you know. And it won't eat, it won't eat inorganic matter if there's only inorganic matter, so that's a perfect place for him. The sun. Or the moon.
Would you like to convince one of these people to go get into a space shuttle?
You don't have to get them in it, just launch it. In the correct direction.
Launching, you have to get them in it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, the people. Yeah, that's like
yeah.
That's a complicated thing. Yeah.
So yeah, Chip has been trying to replicate the effects of this compass. Would have brought you in because he's trying to basically put it into a Star Trek tricorder.
Does the compass like just point? Does it like point to an entity, or does it point to like?
It points to a symbol on the face of it.
On the face when it gets near an entity, so it has a bunch of different symbols on it.
Yes.
Does
and
it?
It tells you which symbol. It points to a symbol that corresponds to a particular entity when it detects said entity.
So, do all of the symbols correspond to entities that we know about, or are they all just like, this is a symbol and we don't know what that symbol means, or is it like, here are all the symbols for all the entities that exist?
I don't believe it came with a key.
Oh, so it's just like, here is a symbol and this one means this entity, and it's like,
and we're having to work it out.
Did we recognise?
We recognised some of them.
Yeah, you did recognise a couple. Definitely the one.
The peer bastard.
Yeah, and I think you had like the Desolation, the Corruption from Pleasantville. I think that one you recognised as well.
So we're saying that this is one of the symbols on the compass.
Yes, not what.
Not what that
exactly,
look, but
yes,
But there is a
yes.
rune there that is
that matches a symbol.
Yes.
Okay.
well, I see the symbol and I go, do I know which symbol that is? Or do I just like one of the random symbols that means something, but we don't know what one that goes to?
So, how many things did you get on the academics check?
Two.
One. Okay, so I'm trying to remember how much I've publicly revealed.
This is an entity-related thing, but there might be one that's...
How many more charges you got?
I got one.
Oh no!
I got one, because I used it on the
one.
Jumanji box.
Oh.
I started. Which shouldn't have revealed that. Mike didn't want us to reveal what was in here.
No, but I. But, how much would you have shared about the symbols you do recognise?
Anything that's come up during our missions, I think I would have shared about that. Yeah, if I looked it up later and figured things out later.
Secret message incoming.
Interesting. Did we figure out if there was an order to the ones in the compass? Like, desolation was next to destruction or whatever it was.
You think that there does appear to be a roaming scale.
So the ones that are most linked to each other are next to each other.
Yes.
Okay.
I will spend a use to find out more about the Raven.
I was thinking about it, but then I thought, nevermore.
Boo. Boo.
Okay. Right, okay. So, the raven's appearance is that of an average raven. However, this creature has the ability to phase through matter, utilising its powers to pluck out a victim's heart. It will haunt its victims for 24 hours before striking. Whether there is a warning, whether this is as part of a warning or as a fear tactic is unknown. How it chooses its victims is also unknown. The symbol on the cage is believed to be linked to the entity Death.
If this thing can phase through matter, how is it contained?
So, the agency has put additional, like Faraday kind of electromagnetic cancelling things.
Mhm.
So I believe that there was a portable version of this that you tried that can basically neutralise some entity's power. They have placed it in here and it has not moved from its cage. It moves, it will shuffle from side to side. It does not seem to be hungry in any way, shape or form. They've put food down, it has ignored it. It has, but it has never died of. So
An avatar of death.
Lovely.
What this concern?
So
That's-
yeah,
So, but then Riddle, knowing that, he'll mark down that symbol is
Mhm.
death.
yes, cool, lovely.
Is there, on the compass,
Mhm.
is there is there a thing where the opposite symbol on the reverse side of it is its opposite kind of thing? And then we're going I need to look at that later. And just trying to correlate, because Riddle is obsessed with the idea that there might be some good ones out there.
Do you think we should let this one go?
I think it's killing people. You
Yes,
said.
but there's also the. Do you want to cage death? I don't think that's a particularly good omen either.
Oh, no, but this might just be a little avatar of it. And you said that nobody knows how it's choosing its victims. Maybe they are supposed to die, and they're trying to cheat death. Do you have any information on the people that has been picked before?
Is there any
So
It's any
was
patterns
it
of
found at a
consistency
scene of a body
random
or something?
It again would have been alerted. It would have originally come through Section 31 after a series of deaths where people's hearts had been plucked out, and the victims had come to the police saying they were being stalked by a raven, who originally were then laughed out of the police station until so many bodies piled up. At which
They
point,
tracked down the end of the trail, found
Yes.
the latest victim being chased, and got it before the bird got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything about the victims knowing each other?
no, the victims. So
They just shared a geographic area.
They all lived in the same village, but did not seem to be either directly. Some were friends, some weren't. There wasn't
Loose relations if they were living in a village,
Yeah.
second or third, fourth, fifth cousin kind of stuff. Because villages are, because you have small populations. You eventually, so unless they're moving in from outside. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, a link was never found, nor was how victims were chosen.
I don't know if we should let that. It'll kill random people again, and depending on what we let.
Well, I think
There's
one thing at a
problems.
time. Let's just deal with Jeremy.
Yeah,
first.
Jeremy first. Okay. Let's talk to Jeremy.
Okay. So next one. So we'll do cage on the right this time. So this one. So the runes here are not associated with a specific entity. They are known. Did that pop up? No.
Not yet.
Basically, protection and containment.
Right.
Werewolf.
Big fucking wolf. Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of a bear wolf, isn't it?
I said werewolf. Wait, werewolf? Werewolf.
Yeah, it is snarling, and it is like leaping at the cage. The cage does not seem. Ignore the AI generation where its claws are coming through the bars.
That's fine.
It is safely contained within
Cool.
a cage.
No debate whether we need to let this one go.
Yeah, that feels like murder.
Moving on.
Out of curiosity, are there human clothes in the cell?
Yes.
Yeah. I feel sorry for it.
They're torn up.
They look like torn up as in burst out of, or torn up as in clawed. As in, it had food, it had lunch, or it transformed. It was the person who transformed.
Make an investigation check for me, please. I'll allow either intelligence or wits, and then investigation.
One success.
One success.
Possibly both.
Multiple sets of clothes then.
No, one set of clothes that.
That someone burst out of and then tore apart.
Yes.
Okay.
At least they give him clothes every so often. I wonder how often he transforms. Can he speak, or is he just screaming
No,
and
just
more?
snarling and yeah.
Is it a full moon out right now?
Yes.
It is. Okay. I think this might just be exactly what it says on the tin.
It feels that way a
Yeah.
little bit.
Right, and then on the cage on the left.
Oh, he looks friendly.
Just a dude.
Howdy, gentlemen.
Is that Jeremy?
No,
No, you're not Jeremy.
name's Kincaid.
I kind of, as soon as I saw it, I was like,
Got the vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Sheriff Kincaid.
Used to be.
So, what are you in for, Sheriff?
They keep me here to stop me causing a war.
Oh. With what? Your friend across the hall?
No, the vampires.
Oh, right, because you'll go and murder the...
Damn right I will.
I mean, that doesn't seem particularly bad for us.
Y'all don't know your own history. There was an accord settled between the vampires and the humans. You left one group alone, they'd leave the other group alone. Yeah, okay, fine. The occasional person or the occasional vampire might get killed, and that's fine.
Looks the other way.
Someone like me is more about numbers.
Right, you don't agree with the accord, so you're like, kill them all. Right.
Well, to be fair, the Accord, if it's the one I'm thinking about, is kind of moot now anyway.
It is. Why don't y'all let me out of here and I can
Why did you open your mouth?
I can do what needs to be done.
That's not true. That's not true. It was an isolated incident. It was one vampire who was trying to find a cure for himself.
Yeah. If they'd done that, they would have turned me back.
Oh,
I was literally about to ask if you were a plain human, but thanks for.
Based on his clothing, there's no way he's
Could just be a.
a fan of the Old West in this place. There are
It takes
better.
all sorts.
There are better jails to put the normal people in. Let's be clear here. They would employ him in that case.
Tell you nice folks what. If you can let me out of here and take me back to the world that I came from.
what you mean, Earth? Yeah.
No.
Oh, so you're a cowboy from another reality?
Cowboy vampire from another.
Cowboy vampire from another reality.
Yeah. It's been a while now. Tyrell. I'm trying to remember the name of
It's
the guy.
Talan.
Talan. Thank you.
It is a teenager.
Toril is the
Forgotten Realms.
Forgotten Realms.
There we go.
That's where like Bricks and Avengers and all that took place.
We can't send. Jingle Jangle, do you have a door to where he came from?
Probably. Jingle Jangle will have to try all of these.
Yeah, no. We're not trying to area this thing.
This is a lot of. We'll come back. We need to go speak to Jeremy first, anyways. I am very sorry, but this is we are in the company of somebody who needs to speak to somebody here, and you said you are not Jeremy, so we will not be able to help you.
Jeremy's the next one down. Took him from the same place I came from.
That's a concern. That is a very big concern.
Were you here chasing him or something?
Now we...
No interest. No professional interest of yours. Okay.
No, sir. A whole bunch of goons came in, collected us both up. Here we are. I originally worked for the agency. I was over-enthusiastic.
We've got a friend that you might.
Yes,
might like.
yeah, my friend would like you very much.
I'm quite glad he's not here right now.
I really, yes, there's a large part of me that's like, oof.
Kids of kinship would be.
Yeah, a little too strong there. Right.
Okay.
We'll come back, Kincaid.
You think about it, and then you will also hear the sound of foam being pushed up against the glass and say, if you're letting people out, friend, don't forget about your friend Pal.
Is he kind of like...
Yeah, as much as he can.
Out of curiosity, Kincaid, what does Pal do?
I don't know, he just really wants to be friends with people.
Is he your friend?
Hell no.
Yep. That gives me enough information to know I shouldn't.
Hey.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just vibes or what, but I don't want to be friends with that.
It could be very good or very, very bad. Cool.
I just want to double check that I've not missed anything. Okay, so so you will now get to a point where there are 2 cages either side of you, and then there are 2 giant tanks. I will show you all 4 things.
Yep.
And then we can take it from there.
Cool.
Okay, so no comments until we've seen 4 things.
Yep.
Yeah. So the cage on the left, and this is the one that Jingle Jangle is heading towards, but,
This is the one that-
but not unlocking at this
And the
stage.
one Kincaid has said is the one next to him that has...
Yes.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Oh no!
There is no way in hell this man is a good person. Cool.
Okay, first water tank.
Huh, I have a bad guy sensor and it's going to go...
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, that's lots of mouths on a jellyfish.
Yeah. Furry.
Oh yeah.
And so Chip and Simon will see this in the other tank.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And Riddle, who's rolled incredibly well, will see this.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
And then in the last tank, I don't have a picture, but they are very familiar looking rocks.
Oh, they shouldn't be here.
Was that from the Dauntless?
From the Dauntless, yeah.
What's the name of that?
So for Chip and Simon, the mermaid is the most beautiful person that you've ever seen in your life. Sound shouldn't travel through water, but you can somehow hear a slight song, and it makes you very calm and at ease.
Cool. So because Riddle can see what it actually is,
Yep.
we'll look towards Jeremy and just go, given everything else in here, are you Jeremy?
Good evening, gentlemen. Yes, I'm Jeremy. How can I be of assistance?
Our friend here says, what's wrong with the two of you?
Oh, they've been hypnotised by the siren. I'd pull them away if I.
Oh, shit.
Yes, you want to watch out for her, lads. She is not what she seems to be.
Nope. I apparently am resistant to most in here.
Well, you're a very intelligent individual.
And I am immune to bribery and flattery, so let's skip that, please.
You can't blame a guy for trying.
No, I can't. I
We
can't.
can.
Oh.
He can't blame him for trying. Our friend Jingle Jangle says that you have keys for him.
Yes. Come in here, Jingle Jangle, and I'll give you the keys.
No.
Do you physically stop Jingle?
Yes.
Yes.
At this point, yes.
Yes. Your new friends aren't very trusting. And again from far away. Friends! Other friends!
He is the fucking worst.
That thing is going to cause me some issues.
You didn't say you'd be his friend, did you?
Nope. I said that.
Kind of did.
I said I'd be his acquaintance.
Oh, that is kind of a friend.
It's not a friend.
by his
He has a
metrics.
very loose set of definitions, I'm understanding.
Well, of course. Yes. He wants to be friends with someone so that he can stalk them and then eventually kill them.
Oh, that sounds about... That's kind of what I was
Honestly,
expecting.
that's a lot less bad than I was expecting.
I was expecting just constant stalking with no, end.
No, it does end. Yeah. See, the problem is, now that you're friends with him, if you ever not be friends with him,
Right.
that is when he will kill you.
Oh.
Otherwise, you've got a fan for life. No one's lasted more than 90 days. So
Well-
I hear.
I mean... Okay. Well, he's in here and I'm out there, so...
Yes, and I'm in here and I want to be out there.
So who are you anyway?
My name is Jeremy.
And why are you in here?
Oh, I'm a victim of circumstance.
No, I'm a victim of circumstance.
That you are. We all are.
I would argue that we shouldn't have to spend one of these to at least get a name tag or something like a plaque next to.
Or what the protocol for him is.
Yeah.
Or maybe the
I'm
protocol.
not asking for the full thing, but like That's not going to say just Jeremy on the side.
Well, it could be one of those things where knowing more about him is more dangerous than not knowing.
Yeah, that's a.
But they might have like a name plaque. Like
It will have a name plaque. Yeah, there's no special warning. The problem is usually you would have received a lot of training before you got in here.
and it would have symbols.
Yeah, so there will be certain
like symbols, but the symbols we don't
That's
necessarily
true,
recognize. They would be like
if you need
like
if you need a name plaque on warnings when you're already in here, it's a little bit too late.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
it's like-
giant warning things that say don't open the door, things like
Yeah.
that.
Warnings were the 2 years of training that you needed to actually get into this room.
And then
Yeah.
have like chemical symbols, like it's a symbol of like put like the chemical stuff on the hands and that kind of stuff, but like specific for like these.
I mean, all of them in here have got the symbol for death. So, like the skull.
Well,
and
that's redundant
crossbones,
at this
so-
point. Just like put it at the front. And you're like,
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
in here could kill you.
Yeah,
Everything.
that's. They're not going to give specifics.
No, that's fair.
Partly, so you might have picked this up that they didn't want to reveal too much information, in case other inmates then
Use that.
colluded. Yeah, they were trying to encourage a level of isolation.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to. They wanted to see how much information the others would reveal, and perhaps learn about each, because the agency's still watching all of this.
Yeah.
So,
Jeremy, do you actually have keys for our friend Jingle Jangle?
of course, yeah, of course, just not on me.
We can go find them for our friend Jingle Jangle, and he can have all the keys that he wants, and you don't have to go through Jeremy to get them. I would like to know personally, why are you said victim of circumstances. What
Yes.
are the circumstances that has led you in here? Because, not everyone deserves to be in the cage.
I couldn't agree more. Yes.
Looks down at looks down at Pal. Maybe some people, because they have an issue with letting go, but
I mean, I am kept in here with either the insane or the thoroughly dangerous.
And which
can
are
see-
you?
I am neither.
Or both.
As I say, I don't play by society's rules, and therefore I am kept in here.
that's something psychopaths say.
Which rule specifically?
Yeah, but no. See, the
Did
thing.
you say the psychopath a bit out loud?
No, he said
Oh,
very
okay,
quietly under
okay.
his breath. But the thing is that if you were just not playing by society's rules, you would be in a normal prison. You're in here.
Yes.
So, elucidate me as to why you have warranted all of this.
What will I get in exchange?
Let's pretend for a moment immediate release is not on the cards. What would you request?
I have a pack of gum. You look like you might be bored in there.
I am incredibly bored, and I am incredibly smart. Are there any mysteries that the agency requires solving? Because-
I have a few.
If you provide them to me, I will then resolve them and deal with the agency directly. And then his face will transform to that of Hannibal Lecter and go, and in his voice will say, quid pro quo, Clarice. And then his whole body will change into Hannibal Lecter, and then he will change into you. And then he will change back into the form that you see. This, apparently, is why I am here.
you're a shapeshifter. You can assume the form of anyone.
Yes.
That doesn't seem so bad. Well, I guess it means you're impossible to keep hold of.
They fear me.
I mean, putting you in a normal prison, the odds of you breaking out is basically 100%.
Are there limits? Can you turn into Pal down there?
No, he is not three-dimensional enough.
I guess that would be a problem.
Yes. Maybe if I lost some weight, darling.
A lot of weight.
Yes. What is it the kids say? Beach body ready?
How old are you?
Oh, I'm incredibly old. But that's not something that you ask a lady. I mean, that's not something you ask of someone so...
What do you... Out of just abject curiosity rather than anything, you don't have to answer. What do you actually look like? Given that you can look like anyone. I assume this form in front of me is not... This is a form you have chosen.
Yes, I quite enjoyed it. It added to the ambience of the place.
You do give a certain vibe.
Yeah, the three-letter name vibe.
Yes. I focused him on one of your cultural heroes, Jack someone. Jack the Ripper.
Hero's a strong word.
Icon, then. He's talked
Icon.
about a lot.
Icon would probably be closer. Alright. Who does he actually... Because Jack the Ripper's famously not known as to who he really was, and there's things like, oh, he was the prince. They said, who does he actually look like, then?
So he looks like... he looks like that in how modern interpretations of Jack the Ripper have appeared.
Right.
So in films and things like that.
So he's like a artist's interpretation of Jack the Ripper, not he knew Jack the Ripper and this is who Jack the Ripper actually was.
Yeah, it seems closer that he has modelled himself on how Hollywood has portrayed Jack the Ripper rather than Jack the Ripper himself.
Jingle jangle, don't open him yet. We're going to
Because he hasn't got the keys anyway, so there's no point. We're trying to negotiate a way of getting you the keys.
Yes, he doesn't have the keys.
No, Jingle Jangle's going to let me out, and then I would obtain many keys for him. Many.
Are they your keys?
They will be.
Yeah, that's about right.
As they say, I'm a victim of society's rules.
Right, shall we have a discussion? Jingle jangle, do not let him out yet. Alright? Give us a minute to talk, okay?
Okay.
I'll give you a key if you'll be patient. I need some new keys. Right. Well, this guy's a serial killer, you understand?
Yeah, of course. We can't do that.
Also, let slip actually a woman.
Possibly.
But
old. Especially that. If they're looking like Jack the Ripper in that Hollywood interpretation, that's an old Hollywood interpretation. Like 1950s, 40s kind of interpretation. Hasn't been a movie about Jack the Ripper in a long time. I don't know. He's the least dangerous thing in here, which is saying something.
I'd say he's the most charming thing in it. Second most charming thing in
Yeah,
it.
you too.
I mean, no, I was talking about Moopsy.
Oopsie.
You two. Jesus. You two were about to open the water cage with the woman in it.
I am pretending that doesn't exist anymore. It's how I'm getting through.
Right, okay, good. Right. You don't... Can they see what she actually looks like now that I've kind of like shooken them out of it? Or do they still see the beautiful mermaid?
They still see the beautiful mermaid, but the song is no longer...
Having an effect.
They can... it's either dull or not there.
It's not.
You get the impression that if you were to stare at it again, maybe the song might
Right.
come back. But yeah, while you've been shaken out of it, you will be fine.
She's.
But she is still the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen in your entire life.
She's going to haunt my dreams later,
That's
so I'm
fine.
not focusing on that.
Looks aren't everything, but I will say what she actually looks like is pretty bad.
Good note. Makeup can cover a lot of sins, I'm told.
This
Psychic makeup in this
this
case.
is a lot of makeup. This is going to. This is going to haunt my dreams, but for different reasons.
Ah, fun.
Anyways, back to our topic at hand. What do we do?
How important is it to us to find out how Jeremy contacted Jingle Jangle? I think that's the missing piece of information here.
They had a deal before Jeremy was caught.
How did he know to come here?
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, Jingle Jangle would know.
Jingle Jangle, man. We could probably
Jingle Jangle's got a map.
Jingle Jangle has map.
Yeesh. Every time I see that map. But he might be able to answer mysteries. And there are a few that I would like answered.
So if we resolve the whole not letting Jingle Jangle get it back, I mean...
Well... He says he'll work for the agency. We are given some carte blanche, and you're kind of in some bureaucracy charge. You can make things disappear, maybe?
Maybe if you got your promotion, could we get Jingle Jangle to unlock your application paperwork, maybe? And then give you the authority to authorise some of this bullshit?
We could certainly try. My concern right now is if we don't resolve Jingle Jangle's immediate need
He will
for
let
keys,
him out
he'll let him
anyways.
out anyway.
Well, I've got gutter key, got my house key, got storage locker key left.
Is Jingle Jangle right next to us, or
He's been promised a key.
So, unless you say otherwise, I'm assuming that one of you has a hand on Jingle Jangle.
Yeah,
At all
that's-
times.
yeah.
Just holding him.
And so he's kind of waiting patiently, but he's kind of jiggling a little bit because he's excited like a kid at Christmas. But he's aware that there's a discussion about more keys, so he is happy to wait because you're clearly working something out. You've got him this far, so...
I want to test the theory, Jingle Jangle, and I hand him a phone, my phone. Can you unlock this?
Okay. And
Because I tap the button, and obviously when you turn on the phone, you get the lock symbol. So it looks like, to him, it looks like a lock.
you take out a key. And on the third one, it clicks, and the phone will fall apart into a thousand.
Well,
Unlocked.
I mean,
Can
Okay,
you lock
yeah.
it back up?
That'll keep him busy for
As I said, that'll keep him occupied.
he's just on the ground, like putting things together.
I think actually I like that. He is now going to start trying to pick up the pieces.
That
of
was
the phone.
handy.
distracted for a moment.
Right.
Is he expendable?
Oh, Jeremy with the Jingle Jangle.
No. Jeremy's not going anywhere at the
Right, yeah, fair.
Jingle Jangle's our immediate concern.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think a creature that can open any door in the universe, do you think it can be killed? Easily? I don't think so.
But what if we gave him a best friend?
That feels like dirty pool.
Not beyond me. So.
I mean,
I wouldn't feel good about it.
no, I wouldn't either. But no, Jeremy said, as long as you stay friends with him, he won't do anything. I look at Jingle Jangle. There's no way that creature has the capability of being anything but nice to people. I think those two will get on like a house on fire, and you will cause more trouble.
Are you forgetting about the bag? The bloody keys.
But that means...
But
he just-
that's like Jingle Jangle. Jingle Jangle doesn't care about it.
No, that's
Okay.
other people who kill people with keys.
Okay. Okay, what if I could start just making new keys, because there'll be keys that Jingle Jangle doesn't have.
That's true.
It's the throughput, like the rate at which you would need to make new keys.
Can you make enough keys quickly enough to keep Jingle Jangle happy?
Not permanently, but maybe long enough to then
Somebody
come up
to
with a
do.
new alternative solution.
Right. Automated key creation.
I could do that, yes. I could also maybe promise him a key a day for every day that he does not let out that guy.
So, right, I'm going to ask Jeremy a question real quick. Jeremy,
Yes.
what proof do I have that you can actually verifiably answer, like, solve mysteries? Like, I need to know what I'm getting. I want to try before I buy. Do you understand?
I see.
I don't want to, you've killed people, clearly.
I mean, by society's rules, I suppose, yes.
You have ended their life, you've shuffled them off your mortal coil. You
Yes.
can use a million words to describe this, yes, but we all understand that's what you've done.
Yes.
There is value in killing people. I have a friend who kills lots of people. He's quite skilled at it. He would shoot you in the face.
And is he in a cage?
No, but he probably should be.
And yet he is not.
I think he's headed that way, let's be honest here.
The only difference between him not being in a cage and being in a cage like this is he's not as special as you or the people in here.
He's also...
You mean he discriminates?
There is a discrimination factor in it as well.
He's
Also
whereas-
not being caught.
That is also true.
Hmm.
It is
Yes.
unfortunate that
The most vexing point you make.
the clock is kind of running out on him as well. Eventually, I don't think he's going.
He is going to bite off more than he can chew.
Yes, I'm a bit concerned about him.
How did you get caught?
I was talking to your friend Kincaid there, and we were caught off guard by some men with, I believe you call them guns.
Yes. Oh, okay, right.
I am highly intelligent and can change my form. I'm not invulnerable to bullets.
You can die,
very easily, yes.
right? But okay, I don't know if Kincaid can.
No. No, I would love to see someone try.
I'm not opening that cage either. Not yet, anyways. There's... Everything down here seems to try and kill you in one or two of multiple ways. Back to my original question, though.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to be capable, or at least have the knowledge already about solving particular mysteries.
Give me a mystery, I will answer it, and then... What, you will then release me? Or change my location, at least?
Perhaps we will give you a outlet for your boredom.
It's an acceptable compromise. What is the mystery you want solved?
Hold on.
Tick-tock, Clarice. And he will do that.
Yeah.
Ooh, he ate a liver with some foul beans and no candy.
It's a good movie, though.
Yeah, I know.
How has he seen it?
We are allowed to watch movies in here.
Oh, are you?
And they chose that one to show.
Somebody is a psychopath.
Was that on the
It's not him.
No, that was a favour by Charlene, and he will indicate at the mermaid.
The mermaid, like, Jesus.
The mermaid hypnotised someone into showing them Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
Some researcher was just real deranged. That's what I think. But anyways. Right, mystery. We get a free one.
Okay.
I'd like to know if there are any good entities out there.
I do have thoughts on that.
Right.
I do think that we might perceive them as good, but I think they're more like natural forces. Like, a wind, a gust of wind is useful. It's helpful. It's required for the world to exist as it does. Tornadoes and hurricanes wreck shit.
They
I feel like these entities, with a small influence, could be quite beneficial. With a huge influence, would wreck everything. Anything taken to extremes is problematic, and I think the entities themselves are the extremes. If they could be channeled to useful purposes, maybe they would be quote unquote good. But anything to excess, I think, is and these things would be unrestrained. They would follow through as much as they could by their very nature.
But some of them seem to be more destructive than others.
Yes, so think about fire. In Australia, they have massive bushfires, but the way that they avoid having the bushfires consume everything is they do some controlled burns. So some small amount of fire in a particular place will make it so that the big fire doesn't go crazy, and it promotes new growth and new life.
But we don't know anything about them.
But we don't know anything about them, no.
And there was an entity that saved our bacon when we were fighting Jet. And gave us a chance to see. And I don't know why it did this, but it did.
Okay, well, while Lucas isn't here...
I mean, it's the best time to ask, because he won't get very upset at me.
I will say that I personally have been saved by an entity before as well. Before I joined the agency.
So, do you have any mysteries? I mean, that you would
I don't know if it was intentional or if it was just an accident or byproduct, but...
That's fair.
I'm a company man all the way.
Aren't there mysteries about the company you would like answered?
That's true. I still don't know who's piloting things, as it were.
Oh, do you think he knows who the boss is? I mean, with that information, we could do a lot to him.
I mean, Lucas would love that piece of information.
I don't think we should tell him that. That feels like a thing that will end badly for everyone involved. Maybe we ask a leading question, because there's no guarantee he even knows.
That's true.
Especially this, he might know the other this thing about, like, maybe there are good entities, but I don't know. Maybe this is one of those things where he doesn't know.
What does he know? How to protect yourself from an entity?
Oh. Protection.
Or how nice.
It's worth asking.
I suppose.
How to harm or drive back an entity?
Maybe
I prefer just protecting ourselves against an entity.
Yes. Yeah, that seems like a worthwhile thing.
Yeah.
Right. We would like to know what things we can do to protect ourselves from the entities. Do you understand the question? In the context, because maybe I'm using words that you wouldn't be familiar with.
Protect yourself in what form? From their influence or from their sight?
Sight, preferably.
If they can't see us, they can't influence us.
That's
that feels a bad thing.
That's a bad assumption to
Maybe
make.
They'll pick a different target at least.
Well,
maybe.
Or not the first thought that they'll...
It's invisible to them? I guess it's...
the entities appear to be very similar from the gods from my world. So one form of defense is indeed to become invisible. We used magic, I assume that you don't have such things. You would have to use. It is unlikely that you would be able to protect yourself from all of them. You would have to find one that you could trade power with in exchange for protection of some sort. Very much like how the clerics from my world would pray to the god, and the god would give them powers, and they would then use that power to protect themselves in combat or to heal their allies.
Right, so you're saying find the favourable or friendly entity and use it to protect you from the others.
Yes. I am... Yes. That would be my advice. Are you satisfied?
I mean, I guess.
I think we'd need to experiment with the information that you've given us.
Well, you will need a way back in here.
I think we've... Well, looks to Jingle Jangle. I think we have a way in, and I can... If I can get in, I can maybe make some adjustments to your living conditions so that they are not so mundane. An internet connection, perhaps. Monitored.
This entire place is a giant Faraday cage.
That doesn't concern me that much.
Well, if you can get it to work, I would be most intrigued. Are any of you an artificer? What is it?
Engineer?
Engineer, I suppose, would be an equivalent.
Yeah. Quite handy, make things.
I assume you're aware that we're currently being watched.
Oh yes, we're
Yeah.
Most certainly.
yeah,
If you are to return here, you will need to disable that. As I assume your plan is to come out of here with a creature known as Jingle Jangle, at which point you will be lauded heroes, the good guys. You'll be promoted, whereas I will remain stuck here. Either way, I assume you will utilise his powers again to return back here to have more of these pleasant conversations.
Absolutely.
To do so again, you would either need authorization, but given the method that you used to gain entry, I assume you don't have it. And also, I am not looked upon as favourably by management. You at least seem to have an air of curiosity and understanding. So perhaps we could have an agreement, but for that to work, you would have to ensure that we are not observed or listened to. Just advice for your return journey. And that one is for free, gentlemen.
So Riddle will look around. He'll look up at the cameras and go, "Yep, okay, I see them." He knows then that if they are in a Faraday cage, they are hardwired somewhere, which means there's no wireless signal in here. So all he needs to do, but all the cameras will be linked to each other and to the server back at the end. So he'll just go, "I need probably like one in the corner, top high. Can someone give me a boost so I can get to the camera?"
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I can.
Nope. No. Don't need your help. But yeah, get a boost up. Unplug the Ethernet from that. Plug it into his little portable device, and then try to hack into the server at the other end.
So it's not really centrally connected because of the nature of the Faraday cage. It would go to a central monitoring system, I suppose, but not outside of this containment area.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So it's air gapped from the rest of the computers.
Yeah.
But
Because
still
our
part-
priority is just wipe the footage, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's the first priority.
So if it is air gap, that's even more beneficial to us, which means the footage hasn't gotten out yet.
yeah, precisely. No one else has seen this.
Yep.
So cool. Okay. Oh yes, probably should. I will make you roll for it, but I will be shocked if you. Yeah, that's.
This is the thing Riddle is good at.
Yeah. Intelligence computer, and I believe you get bonuses for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go. Many dice.
Yep. Okay. And then 1, 2, 2 more. Okay. 6 successes? 6 successes.
Okay. So, whoever installed it was, by your measure, at least competent and knew what they were doing, but ultimately no match for yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're in. What would you like to do? Are you wiping the...
What he wants to do is create a loop
Yeah.
of the past hour or so, so that it looks like no one was in here. But, God, what does he want to do?
They know that something broke in.
They know that something broke in. There's a moment where Jingle Jangle is in here alone, isn't there?
Yes.
So he wants that to happen, and then it looks like the whole camera, like, everything around Jingle Jangle freezes. Like, Jingle Jangle himself freezes, but everything else continues to go. It's more like as if Jingle Jangle was just standing there at the entrance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right. That's done. We need to go out the same way we came in. We'll pull Jingle Jangle up out.
Jingle Jangle want keys.
Okay, Jingle Jangle. What if I were to make you new keys that don't exist yet?
Jingle Jangle is listening.
And for every day that you do not let Jeremy out, I will make you one new key.
Question. What if I let Jeremy out on day 1, but then don't let him out on days 2 through to infinity? Jingle Jangle still get keys?
No.
Jingle Jangle would have let him out on the first day, and he would be out then.
So for every day that Jeremy remains in there and does not come out at all, then I will make you a new key. Jeremy, who must remain in there, secured.
Jingle Jangle thinks this is a good idea? And Jeremy will pipe up at this point and go, I can get you considerably more than 1 key per day, Jingle Jangle. However, I believe that these fine folks might come to an accord. What about 2 keys per day for Jingle Jangle? And Jeremy is talking directly to you at this point.
We are on a timetable. I put the loop in for a certain amount, so you've got to make a decision. 2 keys is not that bad.
Yes, I shall do 2 keys a day then.
There we go. Then we have an accord, and I will see you again soon. Fly now.
Lucas is gonna hate me. I'm pretty sure he already does, but
it's really more of a he hates things less than other things.
it does feel that way.
I don't think there's anything he actually likes.
That's the way we came, though.
Yeah. Come on, Jingle Jangle. I've got to get started on making you your keys for today.
Okay. And he will take a key.
No, we need to go back out the way we came.
I'm glad that you said that, because literally the floor tile that you're on, he's put in a key.
The same way we came out. Same way we came in, Jingle Jangle.
Okay. And you can lead Jingle Jangle out.
I stop at Pal's cage.
I'm still your friend. Yes, I'm still your friend. I'll be back later. I'm still your friend.
I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon, pal.
It's very hard. It takes a long time to make new friends. But the next, I'll have a word with the fellas outside. The next person who comes in, he wants to be your best friend.
His head will inflate.
That is.
Be sure to be very nice to him.
I'm always nice. I'm Pal.
Yep.
He wants to be yours.
For a second, I thought you were going to say that Jeremy wanted to be his friend.
I was so tempted to show him a picture of Lucas.
Oh no!
I just the next unfortunate grunt who decides to come into this room to investigate.
Yeah, Chip doesn't feel great about you doing that.
Like, let's get that.
What about the Raven?
Open the pad, make a little note to look up the Raven. Oh no, we already looked at the Raven.
The Raven.
It's caged. If it is really the entity of death, like an actual entity with a big E. I mean, death is a natural part of life, but this one's murdering people. But there could be a reason. I don't know. I don't think we should let it out. It feels like a bad plan. Now, look at Kincaid as well. Like, there's some really, really bad things in here, and there's some really tragic cases. That poor werewolf is just stuck here. But it's better for him to be here than to be out there, and I don't know what to do. Maybe some more conversations with Jeremy will enlighten us.
And to clarify, we see the rocks. We don't see like the little girl manifestation for the rocks from the.
No.
Okay.
Actually, I feel most bad about the rocks, weirdly enough. Do they look... If Riddle... Because Riddle was there when the rocks... If Riddle goes in front of the rocks... And we were all there.
Yeah.
Do
Chet
they...
wasn't.
Chet wasn't.
Oh, yeah, that's
Chet
fair.
wasn't, yeah. Do we look at the rocks and they go... And do they have any kind of recognition? Or they move? I don't remember if they move.
The rocks do not move. Their habitat looks lived in. Which is difficult to say. Like, there are lots of rocks, although there are a few that you recognise, and there are a few that look in
Just like rocks, yeah.
But there are like, it's kind of like sandy, and you can see like the rocks have moved at particular points. They're currently not moving at the moment.
Maybe that's something we come down here later for. With a way of getting them out. They don't...
Another time.
Another time. Right now, we need to get out of here before my loop runs out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we leave out the way we came,
Okay.
but such a way that we struck Jingle Jangle, right? Open the door, stand in front of it, and then we're going to pull you out.
Okay, so
that when the loop triggers, it looks like people grabbed him and pulled him back through.
gotcha. I'm happy with that. I will, however, show you the two remaining items that I've got that.
A toaster.
Oh,
yep.
fucking toaster.
Yes. Yes. Instant user viability.
And the TV. I've got
Cool.
one left as well.
Makes the perfect slice of toast every morning.
And that's it.
And
And it was
that's
just deemed as that's dangerous. We don't know why, but we're real worried.
Chip wants it.
Any object inserted into the toaster will be converted into freshly cooked toast after 2 minutes. Unfortunately, during the cooking process, the smell releases cause incapacitation through paralysis. Although we are advised that it smells wonderful. The paralysis will wear off 2 minutes, and the end product is indeed fresh toast, which we are advised tastes delicious. Discovered after the previous owner passed away, unknown if this is due to repeated exposure or natural causes at the age of 93. We do know that their medical record was clearly misdiagnosed.
That feels fairly benign.
Want the toaster.
I'm not going to stop you. If you
Want
want
the
to
camera.
if you want to paralyze yourself for 2 minutes, go ahead.
I gotta say that the nothing beats a good bit of toast with.
I want. All right.
Or other
Can you?
preservatives.
Here's what we'll do. Jingle jangle, and we'll stand at the door. Grab the toaster, and bring it back to us.
For keys?
For keys.
An extra key.
Okay.
And then it looks like Jingle Pringle broke in, grabbed the toaster, and left. And then we're just be like, why did he take a toaster?
Because he has stood still for like an hour and then it's like, toaster.
This is the most confusing heist ever.
The scientist's like, what did we miss? What did we miss?
Nothing. It's just weird. All right, I've got one left.
I also have one left.
I have also one left.
Ooh.
Okay, so toaster is done. I've removed the ones that we've
Yeah.
already done. I also removed all the people.
Yeah.
Because I figured the objects were.
You can also use your thing on people.
I know I could use them on the people, but I like the objects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we go into law, is there anything else we need to worry about in terms of getting out of here?
So, well, no, because Jingle Jangle, after trying several keys, will get you back into the workshop.
Okay.
Given that you've already constructed a place to store the compass that is safe from agency eyes, I assume you ask Jingle Jangle to stay there. He will remain there for now. Whether he
if
remains...
he's not satisfied by the keys that he is...
Yeah, whether he remains there indefinitely is hard to determine, but he is at least undetected. You also have the toaster in there now as well, because...
No.
No?
Toaster's coming home with
We
me.
paint. That is gonna so bite you in the ass at some point.
I fully thought that you were just going to be like,
No,
yes,
here's what-
he was after this toaster, but I
It makes
saved it.
delicious, perfect toast, no
Perfect
matter what
toast.
you put it in.
Mm-hmm. Also, evidence disposal.
Yeah,
Of
you can put because it
course.
turns it into toast.
Yeah.
So that you can eat the evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. Does with your knowledge, do you know like if you were to put, say, a bottle or you know, a slab of lead in there, would you get lead poisoning from the toast, or would it be? Is it like actual perfect
The
toast?
experiments conducted reveal that it's molecularly identical to toast.
Holy shit.
The only caveat is it has to be able to fit inside the toaster. So you cannot put an elephant and it will convert it into toast.
But you could do it.
But if you cut the elephant into slices,
yes, theoretically, yes.
That's amazing.
it's a lot of toast.
Yes.
Oh my god. But you could be. It's
There's
actually
no scenario in which we take the toaster and it is not coming to
Yeah,
Simon's
yeah.
home.
Okay, cool. Simon has the toaster. Good
Yeah,
to know.
I want to know about the glasses. Is what I've decided.
I was thinking glasses as well.
Okay. Okay. So the spectacles, as they've been labelled by the agency, the wearer is able to comprehend any known language. However,
However, it's like, oh my god. It's like that's what they're into.
any knowledge or memory learned while wearing the glasses is lost upon the removal of the glasses.
Right.
Have they done any tests with they write it down and then...
That remains. That's how. So people use it for translation. So the agency does use it if they want to translate particular writing. Someone will wear
So
it,
they've got a
write
translation, but the person who did the translation
will have
has
no memory. Yeah.
Oh, does it break codes, or is it just like it?
No, it's literally just a translator.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you mean by codes? Like if someone's used a cipher or something like that?
Yeah, so if someone's used a cipher, or if, let's say that, using an example from an anime, there is an entire book of research, there's an entire research paper, but they have written it in code, so it's actually written as a cookbook. And so it's referring to ounces of flour and things like that. But what it's actually talking about is blood and chimera poison and whatnot.
So where you'd have to substitute something, no, it wouldn't work. However, if someone used a made-up language, or even
Like it would translate the Elvish language from Lord of the Rings, that kind of stuff. So as long as it's a language with specific rules that is a language and is not a code deliberately designed to hide information, it will work.
Yes, because the idea of a cipher is like a key that's required to then translate it into something usable. So if you had the cipher, say the code was written in French and you had the cipher, you could then combine the two to then translate it into English.
So if you had a French cipher, it would just become an English cipher.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Have they tried to read the symbols of the entities?
Oh shit.
So they have, and they do not translate.
Okay.
They're a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the glasses, but now that that's gone, like there's either the frickin' bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's gonna be like we don't know what happens when the thing when the countdown finishes.
The TV is, I think, the one I'm leaning to most now because the mirror scares me a little bit.
No one should ever look in that ever.
No, there's probably someone trapped in there right now.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the TV.
Cool. Are there any other? Does anyone have any other free passes remaining?
I have one.
Okay, I won't say something then in that case. But yes. Okay, so the TV will always show a person eating soup. Appears to be live footage.
Such a weird
That's
thing.
amazing.
Will leave you with an overwhelming desire to eat soup. There appears to be a direct correlation to death if soup is not consumed within 24 hours of viewing the footage. Records of its recovery appear to have been lost.
Does
Not all of them are super dangerous. I mean, yeah, will kill you.
I mean, this will kill you
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
don't eat soup. Yeah.
does the person who ate the soup appear on the TV next?
So they have tried it. In their various tests, they have not found that person. No.
Okay.
Is it always the same person?
No, it's different. It shows what they've theorised is there is someone somewhere in the world eating soup, and that is what the TV will show you live at that moment. They've managed to track down a few
That's
people,
amazing.
and they were actually eating soup at the time. There are other people they weren't able to track them down because it's too difficult. But yeah, it will show you a live footage of someone eating soup.
Amazing.
I'm torn between the mirror and the ring.
Mm-hmm.
If not too close, but does the mirror appear to just show a standard reflection of the room that we are in?
So
I have to at least look at it. Is it just gonna? Am I going to see parts of the room?
Like if it was dangerous to have it reflect anything, they'd have put a veil over it or something.
That's true.
There's not a veil on the floor, is there? It's
No.
been knocked off by Jingle Jangle running through.
So there is so it is in its own containment box.
Is it a full height mirror?
Yes, full height mirror. So okay.
You know what? Let's use it on the mirror.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a DM, I think the mirror is way more interesting than the ring.
Let's just use it on the mirror.
Okay. The first entry: do not approach the mirror. Someone on the other side will appear and ask for Jack. Several people named Jack have looked into the mirror, but they weren't the right Jack and were promptly consumed. If someone not named Jack, or someone who doesn't reveal their identity as Jack, interacts with the figure on the other side, the often hostile figure will either reach out and snap the viewer's neck, reveal a damaging secret, make a prediction that will inevitably come true, curse them with consumption, allow for a single question to be asked that does not pertain to Jack. These things are known. The creature has named itself Argothlus. It lives somewhere named Teploth, unknown if this is a realm, planet, continent, etc. It does not know what a void entity is.
Huh.
How do you spell Teploth?
Teploth. Do you want Argothlus?
Yeah.
All I want to do is I want to show this
ARG.
to Jeremy.
Yeah.
Othlus.
Modelled after Jack.
That's true. Have they attempted to smash the mirror?
Yes. It results in the smasher to be smashed into pieces.
Whoa, that sounded like a bad thing. You want me to hit with a hammer? Yeah. All right. Well, that didn't work.
What would happen if someone would say Bloody Mary into that mirror 3 times?
God.
This cage fight!
Hey, Jack. Is Jack there?
They both are like standing next to each other, like, this feels like I fucked up.
So, sorry. Attempts to cover the mirror end in failure. The object is either consumed or rendered translucent. Cool.
Wow. Bravo.
There we go.
So we get out.
You get out. So you get out.
And then we stage the recovery of Jingle Jangle.
Yes. So there is there's an agency-wide bulletin alerting people to a key creature that has broken into the archives and stolen the toaster for unknown reasons.
That's so gonna bite us in the ass.
But there's
Hey,
footage
to be
of
fair,
us
it's better than
grabbing
the creature
him and
coming
pulling
in
through.
and just walking away.
Yeah, that's weird. This coming in and stealing the toaster is
At least
weird,
it gives
but
them-
like
At least
odd.
it gives them a pointless mystery to try and figure out.
So let me get it straight. So the video footage shows Jingle Jangle opening a door, walking into the vault. It closes behind him. He walks along, pauses for an hour,
Yes.
Yes.
and then
Comes back out.
then he comes
takes
back.
The toaster.
And then he grabs the toaster, and then it shows the door opening and us just reaching through, grabbing him and pulling him through.
Yeah. As if somebody caught him.
It doesn't show you pulling him through. It shows arms coming through
Yes.
and pulling him through.
Yes.
Okay.
So, your identities are unknown. You can reveal yourselves as the people who have captured Jingle Jangle, but
Well,
We would get promoted.
my thinking was that's
give
what
him
we
the
were trying to
toaster.
do. But
that's
what if we pulled him through, and then
Said we lost him?
yeah, although no, then they'd search my workshop, and I don't want that.
yeah,
I don't think. I think we should say
You could-
nothing.
Then we should say nothing.
yeah. You can either keep your loot and
Because
remain.
we also need him to go back to speak to Jeremy. as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions?
Tell us what the other options are.
Well, are we winding down the session now?
I think so. Yes.
In that case, I'll just say what I do.
Okay.
I get a 3D printer,
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
and I enlist Riddle's help in designing a program that will produce a new, different key twice daily,
Cool.
so that each key is unique.
Okay.
Yeah. I can. Yeah. Could probably algorithmically design that. Like just like you could, because you could, depending on what kind of key you wanted, you could just search. You could just have it randomly search for STL files on like Thingiverse and be like, find me keys, and just print this key and print this key and print this key.
So are they made from like a plastic filament type thing? Like, or a resin
yeah,
of some
resin.
description?
Yeah.
Jingle Jangle will somehow obtain a new pouch that he keeps these keys in because they're of a different material.
But the first one I give him is a keyblade.
That
Kingdom Hearts keyblade that Chip made himself.
okay, cool. Not one that's literally got a blade on it, or does it have a blade on it? I can't remember. Basically, I'm asking: Does Jingle Jangle accidentally cut himself on this? Is he?
Keyblades just like big clubs rather than
Yeah.
Okay.
bludgeoning and slashing.
Okay, cool. That's fine then. In that case, yes, he will love it and he will accept it. Otherwise, it would have gone into the blood pouch.
I think some of them are blades. So
Some
like,
of them are kind of bladed,
Yeah.
but this is the iconic Kingdom key. It is just round.
Yeah.
So he could use it as a melee weapon.
Yeah. Some of them were played. Some of them were weird. Some of them were even stranger. So.
Yeah. And there's one that looks like the front door key. Like all of them are like the big old dink and then dink.
Yeah, big chunky keys.
But there is one. I think it's the one that you get for like defeating Sephiroth or something in Kingdom Hearts 2. That is a more modern style key. That is the for the.
That's right. Should draw the episode to a close.
It's actually when you get